Divinely grateful risings. Y'all, how are y'all doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Coming in with your messages of love and clarity and things. We're going to tap in with spirit guides, ancestors, and angels, and ascended masters of the highest and purest light vibration and energy. And we're going to see um, you and your partner. If this is some of you, if you're single, some of these are maybe just characteristics that you're either displaying, need to adapt, or someone that is close to you. If you're seeing, if you're a partner, it could be your partner child. We just gonna see what is coming in for y'all. Okay. And I hope this is helpful. Okay, let's tap in. Let's see. We y'all I've been reading, so we done already cleared the energy and things. We saged in this house. We put some sage in this house. All right, we very clear. Up and chill, up and chill, up and chill. All right, let's see how you are showing up. Oh, well, I guess we're just gonna start with this. We're gonna tap in with Spirit Name. Hey y'all. We're gonna see how you are showing up first. We're gonna put your person's card face down. We're gonna put yours. Uh-oh, y'all want that? They said nope, we don't want that. All right, how you showing up this week? How are you showing up this week? We'll put it face down till we get ready to start. There you go. And here is your person. These can also be messages from your higher self over there. Okay. And then, now bottom of the deck, we have a Two of Pentacles before we get started. So we're not doing no power struggles. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see how you are showing up this week, and then we're gonna get these messages out here. How are you showing up this week? You are showing maybe a little stubborn. All right, with the Four of Pentacles that's coming in, you don't, I hope you're not holding on to any grudges. You may not want to let go or resolve something with your person, and your person may be ready to let some things go. So, what do we hold? Oh, child, my face started itching on that. Look, somebody doesn't want to let go, y'all. What are we holding on to, Spirit? What's influencing this? What is going on with this Four of Pentacles? Capricorn energy, stubborn. Some of you may be working too much as well, though. But it's also giving me sun energy. So let's see. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Ending. Oh, child, look. So take everything how it resonates for you. Okay. So some of you may have been maybe holding on to something that you know is dead, done, and over with. All right. You may be that may be where you're stubbornly like refusing to see that something is over with, and you don't have to accept when something is over. You may be dealing with, if this is not you, y'all reverse this or flip it, flip it. Okay, how you need to. Um, your person may be trying to hold on, and you have already told them like it is over. Y'all may be trying to kick somebody out, Lord. What is coming up in the reason for the reading for you? What's the reason, Spirit? Unseen factors that is coming in. There's more to this love story. Although you cannot see it now, there's still much to unfold. So I feel like maybe you, either you or your person got tired of waiting, and y'all may have been feel like y'all were blind to something, like because this person is blind too. You can just barely see their eyes on this picture. I don't know if I can get that to focus, but oh, excuse me, y'all. It's almost like you were blind to what was really going on. But I feel like y'all waking up. What is coming? Because we're gonna clarify these, y'all. We're gonna see. Um, and maybe you were. It's like you were holding on to something, but it wasn't what you were holding on to. Ain't even the truth. What's coming up in the recent past? A breakthrough. Let's go. So I think you're seeing through the foolishness. Something, a light bulb went off for you. Like, hold on, let me wake up. This may be coming out of Mercury retrograde. Like message. Maybe you were like realizing like you weren't clear. You were cloudy, and that may have been coming out of retrograde. But I feel like that retrograde coming out is like, no, I'm woke now. They are planning right now to come towards you to ask for a second chance. So y'all may have an ex that's still trying to come back, and wants to communicate. Expect communication real soon. You have to see how you feel about that person. Um, Other y'all, I feel like you're walking away from something and you're not looking back. Let's see. Oh, I just feel they just said they just brought my attention to this. I don't know if she's sitting there just waiting, but it's almost like being inspired to move on. What's on your mind? Oh my goodness. The player. All right. Whoever okay. So look, we talked about this. Some of y'all, this Four of Pentacles is saying you may have a partner who you feel like is playing you. And if you feel like this is what your partner, significant other has going on, I'm gonna need you to find out. I feel like the breakthrough may be that you already did. Maybe you got some receipts. Because look, there's paper on here before I read what's on here. The player, and if you the player, maybe you're ready to give up that lifestyle. The player lifestyle that once defined everything. Um, they did has stopped looking enticing ever since they met you. So y'all might have got someone maybe in the beginning of y'all's relationship, they were a player, and they may trigger you sometimes into feeling like they're still doing the same thing. But I would say, child, if you got receipts, you got to believe the receipts. It ain't no getting around it. They're going to justify it. But all you can do is if you got that paperwork, them documentation, them credentials, just ask. Like, listen, if you need to know, you need to know. And I'm going to be real with y'all. This is coming up because we have the player and we have ending. So you may be ending up walking away from someone. You may be been holding on to these for a minute. Child, let's see what's coming up. So in between y'all is almond. Well, no, because that was y'all's what's it called. So let's see how your person is coming up, and then we're gonna see um what else is going on. How's your person showing up this week? Ooh, Six of Pentacles. So you may be holding on. They may be with take it how it resonates. Remember, we have a Four of Pentacles and now we have a Six of Pentacles. Some of y'all, so one of you is holding on, and one of you is in that you may be holding on to someone who's out there. We talked about the player, right? And I this is a love reading, okay? This is love and clarity. So you may be holding on to someone who's out there giving it away freely. Okay. The Six of Pentacles is about giving y'all. It may be a Taurus, maybe an earth sign that you're dealing with. That's how for some of y'all, that's just what's happening. They out there entertaining other people and you're aware of it. That's where that player coming in. You realizing like, oh my gosh. Others of you, this may be like if this is you and your partner and you're not in that type of relationship, maybe there's just some challenges going on between y'all. This is some one of you may want to have more fun and one of you may be more conservative. And I feel like there's going to be there needs to be a compromise between the two of you so that it doesn't continue to escalate. All right, let's see how what's influencing your person. Okay, boundaries. Ooh, okay. They want to do. I told you. Oh. They want some for some of y'all. They want to be free. Let's just. I heard that song just as loud in my head. Oh my goodness. They want to be free. Like they don't like the limitations. They want to be able to do what they want. And this doesn't matter whatever your relationship is. Your person is feeling like a little trapped, a little confined with this boundaries card. Like they're feeling like they can't do what they want to do. Um, and I feel like that is maybe could be causing some complications. Others of y'all, they like the player lifestyle, and that's what they want to do. Maybe they're not willing to admit that, but you're gonna have a conversation if that's something that you're not gonna if that's a boundary for you. You got to set them with him, her, her, whatever you deal with, right? But this is about you putting up boundaries and saying yes, I can deal with that. No, I'm not gonna take that. They love you, set strong boundaries. They love that you set strong boundaries for yourself and walk away from those who don't respect them, including them. Okay, I'm not. Now it may not be easy because I just heard narcissist, so like those kind of tendencies where it's like I don't know, maybe they felt made you feel like you couldn't do any better. I think that's my daughter. Is that you, honey? Okay, very good. All right, let's see. Okay, very good. What is coming up in where we at? Because that was influencing you. Okay, for your person. What's coming up. We're gonna clarify this, y'all, in the reason for the reading, Lord. for your person. Investigating. Ooh, y'all, why I feel like this seems so petty. Who's investigating somebody's social media? Okay, like looking at your social media, and that may be a boundary as well. I don't know if you cross that boundary going through phones, all that kind of stuff. First of all, who's still doing that in 2022? People still going through people's cell phones? I don't know. I'm single, so I'm not sure. And even when I wasn't single, that's something I have never done. I don't believe in it. If you go looking, you're going to find something. Mindful. They are secretly snooping around and asking friends about you in order to see if you're dating someone new. So this could be, and some of you I just heard they feel like like your person or either you feel like I just sound like a lack of freedom. I don't know, child. We ain't got time to be going through nobody's phones. Who does that in real life? Like he's doing, who is doing that? If you know somebody a player, child, why you gonna go look through the phone? They already told you who they gonna be, right? Then we got what's coming up in your thoughts, child. Ooh, we have children that are coming in. Children are affecting this connection. Why I feel like this came up last week. Okay, be patient and allow them to resolve things for the highest good of all. So some of y'all may be dealing with someone who, because the Six of Pentacles has these children on it as well. So you may be dealing with someone who's trying to put boundaries in place with maybe an ex or having to establish law because the Six of Pentacles is about balance as well. Maybe, oh, look, I just heard like money and child support. What's in the outcome for your person? We're gonna get some clarity, y'all. The journey. So okay. So I'm kind of getting an idea about what's going on in this. Okay, so here we go, y'all. So we have the journey that's coming in. So I feel like in bottom of the deck we have regret. Okay, making sense. So some of you are afraid, or either your person is afraid to walk away. Okay. It may be because you have children involved. It may be because you're afraid that you won't be able to find someone else. The Four of Pentacles is saying that you may know that something is already over with the ending that's happening, but one or the other of you may be not walking away for fear of what is on the other side. Also, but I feel like y'all know that something is over, but some of y'all holding on because you're using the children. Let me just tell you that is not the optimal thing to do. If you or and your partner are not getting along, someone has to be the bigger person and choose. And it's to the point, and I'm not saying, oh, y'all got mad because the macaroni was cold. I'm talking about like you know that something is over, and y'all have been fighting fighting this ending for quite a while, but things are just continuing to deteriorate. And especially, and you have children, it's not helpful for the children when you're continuing to argue, fuss, fight, and all that, and they're having to be exposed to that. So it's about knowing, even if you have children, your children should be on the forefront of your mind insofar as protecting them and their energy. It's very difficult for them and a child for incept like if they or with their parents being divorced or separated. It is difficult. Trust me, I've been there, done that. But they can recover from that, especially if they're younger children. I would say if they're older children, yeah, it's a little more complicated because they're older and they can make their own decisions, and they're going to base that based upon what they already know, what they've already experienced with you. Okay, so this is saying yes, it's difficult when you have children and you have to walk away from your husband or wife or you separate, but they will recover. Okay, but I definitely see endings that may be happening for some of you. We have an endings and a journey card. It's time for a new adventure. Okay, for some of you, you've been holding on to something that you knew wasn't working. Okay, what about this ending, spirit? Let's see what we got. You felt handcuffed anyway. Message. We have the Anam Kara, unconditional love. Yeah. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying, y'all. And you may even try to consider being friends with your ex or with this person. This ending that is happening for some of you this week, this is not all of you. So if this is, again, this ain't for you, don't try to make it for you. This is someone like y'all have already been talking about it. It's kind of like I'm getting like a final straw kind of thing, like maybe it's the last text message. And look, these ain't no short receipts. I don't even know if that'll focus for y'all, but these receipts ain't short. Okay, so this is about you just being like, okay, yeah, I'm done. Okay. Love is infinite. Love is infinite, but that doesn't mean that you have to stay with someone, because there you have to know what love is for you. I'm gonna say that, right? But I do see a new soulmate that would be coming in and upgrade. I'm just gonna say, even if, no matter how you look at it, y'all, if you let go of something you've been holding on to, the breakthrough that happens is the upgrade. Right, when you let go of the player, the player lifestyle or whatever you're doing, okay, if you decide that you don't want to be married, if you decide that you want to go and you want to date multiple people, there's nothing wrong with dating multiple people. Okay, you just have to be honest about what it is that you want to do and find people who are okay with that as well. Okay, that's the key, that's the ticket. You can do whatever you want to do. Be mindful of not hurting people in the process. Okay, unseen factors, we have fishing pole that is coming in. Some of y'all just don't feel like you are going to be able to bounce back. And Spirit is saying you gonna bounce back just fine. Okay. Some of you is like you kind of, I feel like you've been, I just came, this came up in another reading, if I'm not mistaken. It's almost like you were pulled forward, like lured, I guess you could say. Um, but you're already bouncing back. What do we need to know about this breakthrough for you? Spring, new moon, the maiden within 1 to 3 months. Okay, so let's get another. That's when the breakthrough may have happened. It may have happened this past spring. You may, because it's coming up in the recent past as well. So you may have realized who your person was back in the springtime, and it's like, okay, well, don't go another spring, another season dealing with this. Okay, look, you realized that the cross, right? That's coming up with that. It's like releasing, let go, giving up, surrender. Okay, finding, you're going to find someone else. You got to pay attention. I feel like you've already sacrificed enough for this person, um, or either they've already sacrificed enough, if they may have sacrificed enough for you. But I don't feel like it's them over here watching this. I'm gonna just be honest. The player, we have, ooh, I can't, the player came up with chess. My goodness, I can't, y'all. Look, the player, clarifying the player, we have chess, and they did played you like chess, right? Very maybe narcissistic, very strategically planned. Oh my goodness. Wow. Counter moves and counter moves. I just feel like they had a plan, but it's almost like I feel like they thought they had you checked, but it's like, no, checkmate. You check them by walking away, like saying, no, you're not gonna play me. I feel like, oh, y'all just, some of y'all just had to do too much with this person, this regret over here. And they always come back singing this sad song. No, we don't, no, no. Let's talk about this. Let's clarify our Six of Pentacles. Airplane. They might look, they put you on airplane mode. Travel, this may have been a long distance relationship. Things work out, taking off, leaving it behind, internal guidance system. So I do feel, ooh, child, who they flew in? They flew somebody in on you. Mm. Or either, ooh, child, they might have said that they were traveling somewhere and it was a plan. Chess, right? The player, y'all. We got a top. Y'all, I'm not going to say not top flight, not top flight. They said, what's the Mile High Club message? The journey. Convertible that is coming in, right? So look, another card of traveling, and this is coming up with the journey. So many options, free will, adaptable, freedom. Mm. And look, I just looked at these cars. That car is like the same color as the car, the colors in here. I know y'all can't, it's hard for y'all to see on here, but I definitely feel like either they have put some distance between, they put some distance between y'all. And this is about you feeling, and this is about you adapting to that and being flexible. Do we have a card about flexibility? That may have been in another reading. Investigating, some of you may have be meeting someone and it may be a long distance relationship. Like y'all may have to, yeah, y'all are going to be traveling back and forth. They may drive you one time, you may drive, they may fly, you may fly, may alternate. But I feel like you may meet someone, and this can also be like a work person you meet at work, or you a travel companion, or you may meet someone while you're traveling. Okay, investigating spirits, swords and oh, justice. Oh my God, I told you this is look. This is a karma card, sword and scales. Okay, so the truth is always gonna come out, and we already know chess the player. Okay, we already know if whatever you've investigated, I feel like you have the receipts. Okay, I got to remember that that's the name of this video. Let me write it down. You have, I have the receipts. You have the receipts, Lord, and they long. Okay, so you already have the proof. That way I don't forget. You already have the proof. Due process, balance, making amends, um, legal matters. Some of you, they may come in wanting to apologize. You may be dealing with a Libra. Okay, just saying. Okay, or you may have a Libra that is coming in because we also have this Six of Pentacles, even though that is a Taurus card, but it's with the balance is giving me like Libra. So I feel, look, if you go looking, you're going to find, okay? And that may be where how you come about finding these receipts we already talked about on the player, all right? The question is, what are you going to do with them? Okay, if you're not going to do anything but complain about them and fuss about them, and that's all they got to deal with. Guess what? They probably going to deal with it. They're going to go right back to doing what they did. So that comes to you realizing like, okay, do I want to continue to go through this? Because of course that's going to be, once you know you've been played, you can't be unplayed. Okay, boundaries, pillory, open dishonor. Oh child, ain't nobody got time. Punishment, abusive, shutdown, caught, public ridicule, mockery, nowhere. Child, look, they, for some of y'all, I just got to be honest with you, they know what they did and they don't care. Okay, and that sounds harsh, but it's, I feel like it's something that you already know, right? It's almost like every time, it's almost like you feel humiliated, and I guess that's why I don't have any sympathy, because I feel like you are you are being humiliated. Okay, I'm not really I'm not clarifying the children card because I think I said everything I need to say on that. um but but I feel like you've been humiliated, and spirit is saying, well, what are you going to do about it? You know what I'm saying? It's like, so you've been humiliated, right? Okay, and then what? If they humiliate you again, are you just going to be humiliated? Like, and there's nothing wrong with saying, as long as they, if you want to put certain things and say like, well, as long as they don't do this or as long as they don't do that, hey, that's on you. You just have to be willing to accept that. But it's kind of like, well, if, especially because I've just got repeat offender. So it's almost like, because this children card, even though it's talking about children, I feel like it's playing games as well. So some of y'all are dealing with the player. We already know this, but it's kind of like, well, what you gonna do about it? Right? It's not like you just think, if you think they're a player, then you either gonna believe what they tell you or not. But if you got the receipts, child, what else do you need? And if you can't say, well, how, because it's almost, it's like spirit is saying, how much more proof do you need? Okay. That you being juggled. Oh, they just said, look, that you being juggled, two of pentacles. All right. For others of you, well, I ain't gonna say others of you because that's what the word is. Let's see what you need to, what your higher self wants to say to your person, and what what your higher person's higher self wants to. Oh, hold on, y'all. Excuse me, honey bunny. I'm sorry. Let me open his window back up. All right. And what your person's higher self wants to say to you. All right. You, growth. I have outgrown you. Look, I moved on. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So some of you are ready to move and grow and expand and walk away. That's this journey card. Um, Others of you may be wanting to, because we have this is also coming in with this endings card, right? So this is just saying like, I'm moving on, I'm growing without you, and putting that boundary in place for your person. And they are saying imagination. Okay, y'all. So this says, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So I just got to keep it a buckles. I do feel like they're going to try to convince you to stay in this situation. It's going to be completely up to you whether or not you decide to do that. Okay. But this is about scales, and this is about balance and creating balance and happiness in your life. So ultimately, if this message is for you, and again, this ain't for everybody, take it how it resonates. But if you know you're dealing with a player, this is just about you deciding, are you gonna continue to be a pawn, a player in the game? What is going to be your role, right? If you're going to stay and you're going to deal with it, then you're going to have to find a way to cope with it and deal with it. I can't knock anybody's situation, but this is about you choosing and accepting the path that you're going to choose to walk. If you've been holding on, it's time to walk away. Shoot the deuces and let's go, okay? Because I do feel that I honestly message, if you dealing with player pimp daddy mama up here, it's not what you want, then it's time for you to move forward. Okay, it's time for you to move on, and I feel like you'll move forward successfully. You'll actually, spirit is supporting that more than you think. Okay, so for your person, again, I feel like they may come in trying to sell you some dreams and trying to convince you of something, but I don't feel like you're gonna fall for it this time. You might, but I feel like this is again repeat offender. So this is a discussion, something you've already talked about with your person. So it's gonna be up to you. We're gonna see where this goes next week. Okay. I hope this was helpful for y'all. All right, y'all. Let me know if this resonated in the comments. If it did, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Do that anyway, because I love y'all. And I will see y'all next week to be continued. All right. Love and clarity. All right. Love y'all. Bye, y'all.